We loved the war.
You can't say that.
I can.
She's wicked.
I am, but don't let it fool you, so is she.
I'm not.
She used to sneak out into the casino club.
She made me.
Be right boring now.
She doesn't mean it.
I do. Not bad happened really.
What about the bomb?
Oh yeah.
We were on our bikes on Liverpool Road.
Close to Sankey Bridge.
We thought it was a French plane at first.
She was having kittens. I wasn't married at that point.
She wasn't.
Then they dropped the bomb.
Then another bomb.
So we ran inside the Co-op store.
It's got this big glass front. Not the brightest idea we've ever had.
It was like something out of the movies.
She were laughing.
So were you.
Not for long. This man was calculating where I'd land. He reckoned by the football stadium.
He was getting on my wick.
It was horrible.
She was crying her eyes out.
My dad was at a match.
She was totally fine.
Luckily, the man in the Co-op said because it was released directly over us with a 2-mile windward forward, it would land 2 miles away over the stadium.
Oh, windward forward, hark at you.
It actually landed at a fake Thames board were holding for their employees. Some were killed.
No one we knew.
My mother knew someone that was killed.
Your mother knew someone that was killed. It's not the same thing.
She's never taken it seriously. Just interested in boys.
So, what's a girl supposed to do when thousands of soldiers come into town?
Anyone with a spare room had to put them up.
Do you remember Dracula?
The one that used to sit bolt up in bed.
Rising from his coffin. I used to hate waking him up for breakfast.
He was a bit strange looking. Very pale.
She had all the look. Mine were all old, in their 20s.
She liked the Americans.
Amazing dancers, the Americans. We never seen anything like it. I soon got the hang of it though. I'm a great dancer, aren't I, Dee?
Yeah, she is. If I had a shilling for all the Americans she'd ever dance with, I'd have about £5.
Well, you can't dance.
They were all too loud for my liking. All fancied themselves.
She liked the RAF boys, all fuddy-duddies in comparison.
They didn't care if you could dance.
The swing dancing reminded the Americans of home.
They loved the casino.
It was the best spot in town, hands down.
I was always the cursed lookout.
We had to sneak in. Our parents would more or less threaten us with things close to torture if we fraternised with the Americans.
She used to say she'd take it in turns to look out, but she never did.
You didn't like it much in there anyway.
I did, when it was the RAF boys.
We were devastated when it closed.
Thanks to her beloved Americans.
She's just mad because there was an incident with a fella she was dancing with.
We were dancing, minding our own business.
I didn't see what happened.
He was so lovely.
I came over like a flash though when it all erupted.
We don't behave like that here. It's not against the law to dance with someone that isn't the same colour as you.
We're not educated like that, in prejudice.
This GI hit him in the middle of our dance. I was shaking.
She was screaming more like.
I kept saying I wanted to dance with him, but he wasn't listening.
I saw this guy grab her, so I kicked him as hard as I could right in his private.
She's a brute when she gets going.
I wasn't happy.
The look on that lad's face, he couldn't believe it.
I was having kittens. A whole operation could have been blown.
Treating someone like that was horrible.
You'd only met him once.
Twice, actually.
We didn't go back there for weeks.
I would have been fine never going back again, but I liked the owner, what he did. I wanted to support him.
Your uncle knew and did some work for him, didn't he?
Yeah, he's an electrician. He'd worked for Mr. Bookbinder a few times.
He knew he used to go in, but he's a good egg, so he kept stum.
The Americans told to boycott the casino after what happened because the owner said he wouldn't do it. He wouldn't segregate. He said everyone was welcome in the casino.
I don't get it, me. All this fuss over dancing.
It ruined the owner, Mr. Bookbinder.
It was empty.
He kept to his principles. He didn't back down. A lot of folk respected him for that.
We never even got to go in the casino club legally.
I wrote to our MP.
Did you? Well, I never. You must have had it bad for that RAF boy.
It was the principal.
Where did he get posted?
Southern Rhodesia.
You wrote to him?
Yeah, and he wrote me back.
You never told me.
I don't tell you everything.
You dark horse. See, I told you she was wicked too.
Why would you tell him stuff like that?
Why did you say I love the Americans?
We should take the war more seriously. I wouldn't say stuff like that.
It was fun. We had a good time, didn't we?
No, we didn't. People were killed.